go. Now it says you got to hit go live on Instagram after.
Yo, we see yo, yo, we see
Yo,
yo.
yo, yo. Yo, it's the Friday Night Football Talk, man. Welcome from rocking with us, man. It's Sunday morning. A little late today, but hey, listen, we're going to jump right into it, man. You're now rocking with the best, man. Um, this is Football Talk. It's the coach. I present to you the world's greatest, man. Often imitated, never duplicated. My boy, man, and win, man. You all know and love. Fresh fire. How you feeling this morning, bro?
Yes, I'm feeling marvelous, man. It's Sunday, man. We getting down to the nitty and the gritty of the season, man. So at this point in the season, you in the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? You blowing on your head. We got to get this win today. You know what I'm saying? So this
Absolutely.
is where this is
Absolutely.
this furthermore separates the men from the boys. So let's go.
Absolutely. Ain't no boys no more, man. We in this is week 16, right? We in week 16.
Mm-hmm.
I can dig it.
Yes,
I can dig
sir.
it. So listen, man. Listen. This is the stretch. This is that stretch right now. This is coming down. The front horse is coming down the pike, man. We're gonna try not to be too long-winded on y'all today. We're gonna jump right into this today. First of all, listen, it's Christmas Eve. I hope everybody, get what they want tomorrow. I hope everybody's, wishes and hopes and dreams come true tomorrow. And if not, man, the fact that you wake up tomorrow is a good thing. So listen,
Yes.
let's jump right into it, man, with this week 16. Uh, First, we're gonna try to be short-winded with this thing, man, because it's 12 o'clock. People gotta get them picks in. People gotta get comfortable. You gotta get their food in. So let's go. It's Sunday, December 24th at the 1 o'clock slate. We got the Indianapolis Colts traveling to Atlanta to play the Atlanta Falcons. The line is 44 and a half. The Falcons open a minus 2.5. What you got for me today?
I got the Colts winning. I got the Colts. Actually, I want to think this might be a little bit high scoring, man. It's inside. Fast track for both teams. Michael Pittman is hurt today for Indianapolis, but I got much more confidence in my man Gardner the Mustache Minshew than I do in the Atlanta Falcons. Give me the Colts 31. Give me Atlanta 28.
I can dig it, man. You got Atlanta basically clinging to for dear life on a thread. I love what's going on in Indianapolis, man. Shout out to Shane Steichen. Came from Philadelphia, turned that thing around. He's sitting at 8-6, virgin on the verge of the playoffs. I like to think that this is going to be an Indianapolis Colts win today. But for some reason, I
Mm-hmm.
think the Atlanta Falcons will rise up today. You got the pesky Taylor Heineke getting the start today. My heart says go with the Colts, but my brain says go with the Falcons. Give me the Falcons in a very close one by 3. Give me 24-21 Atlanta. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Colts win this game. I think the Colts should go in there and they should win this game. But I think the Falcons, man, with the pesky Taylor Heineke, I got a lot of experience with that guy. He'll muck things up for you, and he's capable of some magic. And another 1 o'clock slate,
What
we got the
I
Seattle
said one
Seahawks
thing.
traveling.
I think Jonathan Taylor has a huge day for Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor,
Taylor with the huge day. Oh, what's the
huge day.
over under 100 yards?
Oh, I think he goes over 125
Oh,
yards today.
oh wow! Put it in the books, folks.
Yeah,
Put it in the books. We got the Seattle Seahawks at 7-7, traveling in Tennessee at 5-9. Seattle opens a -3. The line is 42.5. Seattle fighting for their playoff lives here. Who you got?
Man, my gut is telling me to go Seattle. I think Geno Smith is back playing today. I think he can use the weapons outside DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett a little bit better than Drew Lock was for the last couple of weeks when he's been hurt. Tennessee, man, they are on. I picked them to win the division. They are up
They
and
don't like
down. Will
support.
Levis, I
They
think
don't
they
like
got
support
something
right now.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, both teams are struggling, striving, but I think Seattle comes across the country and wins in a close one. But take the under. Give me 2017 Seattle. 20-17 Seattle.
It's gonna be a tight one. I agree with you. Seattle is fighting for their playoff lives here, coming off of a big Monday night victory over the Eagles. I don't know if Drew. Well, who's getting a start today? Do you know who's getting a start today?
I think Gino. I'm assuming Gino's getting a start today, so I'm going
I
with
like their
Gino. Even
chances with
if
Geno. That makes me feel a lot better than Drew Lock because I think the Magic might be going to Tennessee, going on the road, traveling to Tennessee to play the Titans. Let me think here. Let me think. Coach, who you got? Who you feeling? Who you feeling with this, Coach? Go with your gut. Go with your gut. My gut says Tennessee. My gut says
okay.
Tennessee, man. Very tight one. 17-16, a tight game. 17-16. Tennessee really, really screws up Seattle's weekend, man, in their playoff bid. But
Hmm.
God, I do believe in G. I do, but for the sake of my pick, I think my pick for that NFC West that has sailed. I think the Niners have already wrapped that up, so this doesn't have any bearing on it. I just still think the Titans take that victory. In a very
That's
block, we
fair.
got the Lions at 10-4, basically locked into the playoffs almost.
Mm-hmm.
Traveling to Minnesota to play roller coaster, who are desperately fighting for their playoff lives. Detroit opens a -2.5. Minnesota. The line is 47.5. Talk to this interesting one.
Um,
I'll be watching this game.
this has the potential to be a game of the day. This would be one of my first
Absolutely. I agree. Absolutely.
options. Both of these teams are fighting for something. Detroit is fighting for the division and really some respect, and we have arrived. You got Minnesota, who's had the roller coaster all year long. The Pastronaut. I think C.J. Mullins is getting the start today. I think
That's dead.
the
That's dead. All that Pasternak stuff, that's dead. That's
yeah,
dead.
it's dead, man. I think they fight valiantly. They got Justin Jefferson back. They have another. What is their running back? Running back is probably not going to play today. Alexander Madison. He's probably not going to play. So it's going to be a struggle, man. So today, I think they can clinch today. Give me the Lions. Give me the Lions in a close one, but kind of high scoring. Give me the Lions 30 in a valiant effort from the Scholar Coaster. Give me 23. 30-23, Detroit.
You think the Lions show up big today? You think the Lions
I'm
show
not
up
going to.
big for this round today? Go into Minnesota and take that victory? That's what you're thinking?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to shut down Minnesota, but I think they're going to show Sam Laporta. They're going to show Amon-Ra St. Brown. They're going to show the Shahir. I don't know. They got a couple. Josh Reynolds, Jameson Williams, the two backs. I think today this is going to be a little bit too much for Minnesota
Okay.
today.
So a couple of Detroit has a couple of things on the line going down the stretch of the season. They could be the first team in history to have 2,000 pass receivers and 2,000-yard
Mm-hmm.
rushers.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Very. That was one of
Interesting.
the things. That
And
was one of
Ben
the.
Johnson will be after the season for that very reason. I'm thinking, I'm thinking here. I normally I gambled on them a couple of times earlier in the season, and they didn't show up. We used the word last week, growing up. This is a prime time for Detroit to grow up. They need it right
Mm-hmm.
now. I think they if to grow up and take a stranglehold in this division and send a message to the rest of the teams that this is our division for the foreseeable future. That not only this year but next year, like I said, the foreseeable future on the Scholar Coaster. Go in and lay the hammer down. Give me Detroit in a high scoring affair. I agree with you said, but only high scoring from one perspective. Give me Detroit
Oh,
31-17. Detroit
okay.
31-17. Detroit, this is your opportunity to showcase to the world that this is your division, this is your that you are rounding into shape, coming into playoff form. Do the thing here. Grow up today. I want you to grow up. Our message to Detroit and Dan Campbell's bunch is that they need to grow up today. Grow up, Detroit. This is your opportunity. Moving on, another 1 o'clock tilt. You got my Washington Commanders traveling to New York to play the New York Jets. Both teams' playoff hopes are dashed. The line is 37.5. New York opens as a minus. Aaron Rodgers, like clockwork. The Jets' playoff hopes went down the tubes. So did his comeback bid. That wasn't a shocker. I knew that was going to happen. No shocker there. Pack it in for next year, Aaron. I don't fault you for that. It's predictable. That's just who you are. You're backs of all time, but you're very self-centered in a lot of ways. This is not a shocker. As itself, I think the Commanders will go in and screw this up for their draft standing because the Jets are right behind them. Right now, they're sitting at number 4. I'm torn. Me personally, I never like laying down. I love to get a high draft pick if it comes naturally. I'm never one to lay down. If you're going to lose. I'm never in favor of laying down or folding the tents. I think that's a loser mentality. I'm never feeling that. I would like for them to go out and win this game. Yes, it will mess up draft status, but listen, at the end of the day, I think that this is an opportunity for them to go in and build on some things for next year. Go in and win this game. You you got Trevor Siemian, if I'm not mistaken, playing quarterback. I think for some reason, man, the Commanders will make this a tough game. Last week, you had my man getting benched. They brought in Jacoby Brissett, who immediately came in and like all backup quarterbacks that come in relief, they get slinging the ball across the field, and then all of a sudden you're back in the game. We go back to normal. I think the opportunity for Sam these next few games, you have to strengthen your foothold as the starting quarterback of this team in the future. You got some doubters, you got some supporters. Right now, 50. You have to go in there. You have to go into New York and win this game. For New York, I think New York is really, really, really in a position where they're now evaluating talent for next year because Aaron Rodgers will be back. Give me this. This is a game that it's a tight game, I think, because both teams are really evaluating talent all across the board. I think this is a 21-20 style game or like a 24-21 style game, that sort of thing. I'm gonna go with my Commanders this week. I ain't got nothing to lose. This is a game where I'm going to support my boys. I think we got to go in there. We got to take this one. Even though a win will fuck up our draft status, let's go take this one, man. I like good karma going into the offseason. I don't like a loser mentality going into the offseason.
Man, both of these teams, man, I think something real funny gonna happen. Both of these, I think it's gonna be high scoring because both teams are just gonna be throwing anything at the wall. Things are gonna be happening. This will probably be one of the better games Zach Wilson plays in his career. I'm not sure what either. Well, you like you said, now the team is playing for anything in the playoffs. This is all evaluation from here on out. From top to bottom, coaching staff, management, ball boys, whoever. With that being said, man, I like the Jets defense. I like the Jets defense to make at least one more play than the Washington offense can make today. I think it's going to be kooky. I think it's going to be wild. I think it might be a double reverse. I think there might be a fumble return for. I'm telling you, man. I think this is just
Something
right
funky.
for something funny and funky to be happening. With that being said, with the Jets being at home, Sam Howell, Zach Wilson, two quarterbacks that have probably underwhelmed a little bit more than overwhelmed, even though Sam Howell has played significantly better than Zach Wilson. I thought he could have played, better at times. I think today it's just going to get wild and woolly, and it's going to get funny to the tune of, give me the Jets to the tune of a funny number of 29. You haven't seen that very many times in your life, have you? 29 to 26. It's just going to be kooky, man. Okay. It's just going to be funky. Both teams are just out here, it's going to be some guys trying to put some good film out there for whatever next team they're going to go to next year.
Right.
So it's going to be a hard-fought game, but I just think it's just going to be kooky, funny. But give me the Jets at 29 over the Washington Commanders 26.
So yeah, listen. Shout out, neighbor Dave, man. Shout out Nino. Listen, I'm not biased. I can be non-biased around here. You know what I mean? When I don't think my team is going to win, I don't pick them. You know what I mean? I pick them when I think I want them to win. But sometimes, I can give you an honest, non-biased opinion. I'll tell you when I'm being biased, and I'll make no bones about it. It is what it is. I know my team. I know who we are right now. Moving on to the next game, Green Bay Packers travel to Carolina to play the Panthers. Green Bay at 6-8, whose playoffs hopes are almost all but dashed for this point. Carolina at 2-10 pulled up a surprising win last week. Green Bay opens a -4. The line is 38. I'm gonna say something about this game. My brain says go with the Carolina Panthers. Go with the Green Bay Packers. But like you said, I think something funky and weird is going. I think Carolina really screws up their draft status down the pipe. Or no, I'm sorry, not their draft status. The Bears draft status. I think they screw up the Bears draft status. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Give me Carolina. Give me Carolina by 7 to the tune of since you're going with funky scores, give me 18-12. Give me eight. No,
Not
give
a
me
touchdown
18-10.
score.
Something weird like no, sorry. I'm not going to disrespect Jordan Love. Give me the Carolina Panthers 23-17. Let me tighten that up. 23-7 Carolina. I'm gonna pick Carolina. I'm gonna go with my brain here. I'm gonna go
Man,
against my brain. I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm
we
gonna go against my.
this right here, man. I'm not really going with too much, man. What I'm looking at is I'm looking at Green Bay's defense being a lot more dominant than anything that they can put up on the Panthers side of the offensive side of the ball. I think today
my brain says the same thing, but I'm it's getting late, man. I'm serious. It's getting late.
It's getting late, getting leery. I do understand that, man. I do understand that, man. But I really think today Green Bay's defense shows up in a big way on the road and really let people know that even though we have Jordan Love who hasn't come all the way yet, but he's coming.
What up, P. Mizzy? What's going on, bro? What up?
I think he's going. I think they're going to put the smash down today. I think they're really going to put the smash down today, bro. I think that defense overwhelms the Panthers last week. I think they have lost their shot their load last week when they played their one and their only best drive of the year when they scored a field goal to win last week. I think they blew their load. So I think today, Jordan Love and them, I think it's a dog.
They beat the brakes off him? Oh, wow. We'll see. Bring the guy in, man. Bring the guy in.
I think they smash him, man. And right after I give you your score, man, we got our guy. He's made his best to bring it on in back from Bucharest. But I think it gets real funky today in Carolina. I think Jordan Love has 3 touchdowns, and I think there's at least 3 turnovers by the Panthers offense, and the score will be something to the tune of 35-6.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Jordan Love. I'm a fan of Jordan Love. I hope so. I hope that happens. But I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna go with my gut instead of my brain.
Go with your gut instead of your brain. Why? Well, since we going with our guts and our brains, we're gonna bring on our brother to give us where he coming from. He coming from Bucharest for his picks, but our brother, he's coming in, giving us his analysis. Please, everybody, welcome to the Fire Nights pregame show. Our motherfucking brother, our host, motherfucking B Mad.
Yo. What happening? Fresh off the plane from Bucharest. You dig? Man, you know what it is, man. Where we at?
I can dig it. I see your gangster lean on. I can dig it.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, man, St. Louis, man, it's another 1 o'clock till. Got the Cleveland Browns traveling to Houston to play the Houston Texans. Both teams are fighting for the playoffs right now. Browns looking like they all almost in pretty much for the most part. Houston Texans same way, both going in on a high. Houston 9-5. I'm sorry, Cleveland 9-5. Houston 8-6. The line is Cleveland -3. I'm sorry, the line is Houston. I'm sorry, Cleveland -3. Houston is the line is 39.5. Talk to me, fellas. Who we got? Houston at home, Cleveland traveling to Houston. Talk to me.
I'm going with Cleveland, man. Is young boy
Cleveland?
back? Is Stroud back?
Nah, Case Keenum rocking today.
I'm
Case
going with
That's a
Cle-
Keenum.
good.
I'm
Yeah, you
going with
got Case
Cleveland.
Keenum.
Yeah, I'm going with Cleveland on that one. I like Amari Cooper to have a good day. And Joku to have a pretty productive day. I'm going with Cleveland, and I'm going to say 27-13.
Mm.
Let me
At
see. Let me
home,
see here. Let me think about this one here. Let me think about this one here. You got Houston at home. Case Keenum. Case Keenum is a wild gunslinger, and he's at home. He's going to be comfortable. Defense going to be flying around. Let me think. Let me think here. Let me think. All right, my head says Houston. I'm gonna go on my head on this one, and I'm gonna tell you why. Joe Flacco, the pumpkin, exploded last week. The defense bailed him out. Joe Flacco looked terrible last week. I think you see more of that with that Houston. That Houston team showed me some moxie last week, folks. D'Amico Ryans has built a culture now that doesn't rely on C.J. Stroud. It's not. He's the star, but what they did last week was say, "Hey, man, we got some things around here. Give me the Texans over the Browns in a dogfight. This is going to be one of the better games of the day, folks. I think it's going to be one of the better. Give me 27-24. Houston pulls it out.
mm. It's tough on both sides, man.
That's
Case Keenum
fair.
is a capable backup. You know, he can come in, like you said, he's a gunslinger. Joe Flacco has shown himself to be more than capable, leading the Cleveland Browns to what, 3-4 straight, coming off the couch. I'm not, I'm
Flacco.
pretty Flacco, man. We've been seeing players turn back into pumpkins and pumpkins turning back into players lately. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Somebody,
right.
so so to
It's the
me
other way around.
today, yeah, so for me today, man, Colt McCoy is probably going to play pretty good. But I think with the absence of Tank Dell, their young wide receiver, I think that's going to hurt them today. And I think Joe Flacco, who was already a pumpkin earlier in the season, being on his damn couch, keeps it going, man. Cinderella and Kevin Stefanski and that defense, Myles Garrett and
Shout
those
out Kevin
boys, I
Stefanski,
think
man.
they
Shout out Kevin
win.
Stefanski.
He's my coach of the year candidate right now, man. He is down to his one now, second, third now, but fourth
Is it
coach
safe
this
to say
year.
that this game has the two coach of the year candidates? Is it safe to say that?
Potentially.
Say, yeah, potential. Yeah, that would I would say that. Who else? Yeah, well, off the top of my head, Kevin Stefanski is that guy.
Yeah, no
Maybe
doubt.
my guy, if they win a couple more games up in
Yeah,
Minnesota, then he might be the coach of the year. But I kind of expect that from Dan
if
Campbell.
they get to the
But
playoffs,
give me Cle. If nah, well, if the, if the
come
Cleveland
on, man,
makes it
stand
to
on
the
business. Stand on
playoffs,
business. Stand on business.
nah, if Cleveland if Cleveland makes it to the playoffs, Stefanski is the coach of the year. I think they're going to make it to the
Facts.
playoffs.
Facts.
I mean, I
So
agree.
I
I
think
agree.
he's the
Have four
coach of the
different
year.
quarterbacks.
Period.
You know what I mean? And you in the year with Joe Flacco, if Joe Flacco makes it, so I agree. That's my pick. I would agree. I would agree. And I mean, like I said,
True.
that's no disrespect to D'Amico Ryans because you coming out with
No.
a rookie quarterback and if you make the playoffs and then your rookie quarterback may not even finish the year. So I mean that warrants strong consideration. Absolutely. Moving on.
Facts.
In the first, the clock tilts today. Jacksonville travels to Tampa Bay to play the suddenly red hot Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is a this division. I mean, I'm sorry. This matchup could be one of them ones. Jacksonville at 8-6, even in my opinion, despite the record, playing Tampa Bay 7-7, overachieving late in the season. Jacksonville opens -1. The line is 43.5. Tampa Bay is at home. Jacksonville traveling to Tampa Bay. Thoughts?
I'm going with Baker and the boys. I
Gonna
have
ride the
no faith
wave?
in I have no faith that, and I have no faith in Jacksonville. None. I have no faith. I have no
Mm.
Yeah,
faith in
I agree
Trevor
with that too.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence has shown me some shit that look like he's regressed. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have no faith in him. He like I seen him do some shit last week that was like straight up rookie type shit. So I'm gonna go with Baker and the boys,
It's crazy.
and I'm gonna
It's crazy
say
that you have more faith in Baker than
ain't
Trevor
that
Lawrence. That,
ain't
that
that some
that's an
shit?
indictment in
Ain't that
itself.
some shit? But that's
That's
real shit. 27-17 Baker and the boys.
Man, this
I'm gonna
game right
concur.
here,
I'm gonna
man.
keep it chalk. I'm gonna keep it chalk. I have less faith in Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it chalk. I'm gonna go with the Bucks. I'm gonna go with the Bucks. They are at home. They red hot. I think they dogged the Jags in this one. To be honest with you, I think they
Mm.
dog them. To be honest with you, man,
Damn.
I just like you said, man. I just see some things in Jacksonville that that kind of, oh man, what the hell
Yeah,
is
it's not
going
pretty.
on? Yeah, give me
It's
the
not pretty.
Bucks, man. Give me the Bucks. Give me the Bucks to the tune of 20 to 13.
I had been banging on
Mike Evans
Baker
Hall of
Mayfield
Fame.
early in the season,
Mike Evans
and
Hall of
I
Fame.
was talking probably he just keep catching touchdowns 1,000 yards from anybody and everybody, So I ain't mad at that at all. I didn't think Baker could do it, and I was talking about Baker was a pumpkin. I mean, he was good early in the season, and he was turning back into a pumpkin. Now he turned back into a goddamn player, man. I can't front on
Yeah.
what they're doing down there in Tampa Bay. I have been looking at Trevor Lawrence, and I'm thinking, is he the second coming of Justin Herbert? Or has he even done what Herbert has done? But today, I think they get it done, and I think they go into Tampa
Playoffs,
Bay, and
yeah.
I
He
think they
has, he
pull
has, he
out
has.
a
He has
critical.
playoffs.
Nah, Baker Mayfield got some playoff wins from Cleveland. He went to the
No.
conference championship.
The context was
Oh, I'm
from
sorry, to Justin Herbert. To Justin Herbert. Yes, he's done with the.
Lawrence, the new
Yes, he
wave
has.
Justin
Yes, he
Herbert.
has.
But has he done even? Yeah. He's played. He went to the playoffs, and
He
I think
got he
he
got he
actually
got
won a
he
game
got one
in the playoffs. So yeah,
against Justin Herbert. Ironically, against Justin Herbert. And it was down 27. ironically.
how about that?
But I think
So it
they
took
go
Justin
in.
Herbert for you. It took Justin Herbert for you to get that.
We can't make this shit up, y'all. So with that being said, I actually think not just Trevor Lawrence, not just Travis Etienne, not just Calvin Ridley, not just those guys on defense who could be playing a lot fucking better. I think it's a whole team total effort. And I think they go in and pull out a tough win in Tampa Bay. You ain't got to argue me down because like I said, Baker Mayfield has been playing pretty damn good lately. But what I will say, man, give me Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And what I'll say is another candidate for game of the day and a pretty high scoring one. Give me 33 Jacksonville, 28 Tampa Bay.
I can dig it. Moving on. This is an interesting game for me because it has draft implications. This next game, I'm a Bears fan in this game. We got the Arizona Cardinals traveling to Chicago. The line is 41.5. The Bears open a -3.5. But the Bears is kind of sitting pretty anyway because they can play freely because they're not even in control of their draft pick. Carolina's picking for them, to be honest with you. So they're playing for them. In this particular game, I think the Bears dog the Cardinals, man. I don't want to hold y'all on this one. Give me the Bears, man. The Bears dogged them today, man. 31 to, man. Kyler Murray can run around to the tune of about 31-17 Bears. The Bears.
Hmm. I'm looking at that. We can't hear you, bro. I think the cat knocked your mic out, bro. But I actually think the Cardinals, I think they've been playing all right lately. I think the cat nipped you, bro. I think the cat nipped you. We can't hear you.
Yeah, cat nipped you, bro. Your cat knocked your satellite link up out.
Yeah, man. You might got plug him back in. Nah, hold on. We're gonna let our good brother get his thing together, and then it's gonna be right back in. But like I was saying, man, my favorite player in the league right now is Kyler Murray. I think he's been playing a little bit better than I thought he was going to play. I think they are going to invest a little bit more in some weapons around him in the off season. I think he is going to go into into Soldier Field today and knock off Justin Fields and those lowly and woeful Bears. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I like him. I like him, man. I don't like Justin Fields. I don't like the Bears. I mean, I ain't gonna say I don't like Justin Fields, but I don't like Justin Fields in this. I don't like Justin.
You can say it.
I don't like Justin Fields, man.
You said it before.
You know, I've said, well, I don't like Justin Fields. You know, I ain't saying I don't like him. I just don't believe in him. So that's what I'm saying. I don't believe in him to win a game like this. I don't believe in him to win a game like this. I actually think Kyler Murray is built to win games like this where he's running around and using his feet and making plays. I think those things are more suited for him than they are Justin Fields. You know, so when it's actually back against the wall and I got to get it done, I will always pick my guy Kyler Murray over Justin Fields and his team. You know, so I think I don't even think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be that. Nah, I'm going the other way with this, man, and we're going to bring our bro back in, man. But I like the Cardinals, man. I like the Cardinals 27-20, man. I like the Cardinals 27-20. B-Mac, man, how do you feel about the Bears, man, and the Cardinals?
Yo, can you hear me now? Y'all got me now? Am I back?
Yes, we can. Total opposite. Yeah, we got
my man.
Good.
So who is it? The Bears?
Total opposite ends of the spectrum.
The Bears and who? The Cardinals and Bears?
Field, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think this game could be like I think this like a coin flip joint, man. But I'm gonna go with the Cardinals, bro. I think the Cardinals come in and get it done in a very low scoring affair. I say 17-13 Cardinals.
Yeah, that's a much
17-13. Okay.
That
so this is gonna be a game we're gonna keep our eye on. Because
most definitely.
This is a game we're gonna keep our eye on because me and Fresh, we total opposite. He thinks that the Cardinals go in and dog the Bears. I think the opposite. You think the Cardinals win in the low. So I'm just curious how this one turns out. But listen, moving on to this next one. This next one is a huge one. I want to spend some time on this game because this game means a lot in terms of the landscape, in terms of perception, in terms of momentums, whether you got 1, 2, or 3 momentums going into the playoffs. Man, listen, without further ado, we got the Dallas Cowboys traveling to Miami. Both teams at 10-4. The line is 48.5. The Miami Dolphins open a -1. Talk to me.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Dean Williams.
I want to give you
Dean, what's up, good brother?
I was gonna go.
I'm gonna let y'all go.
That's what I'm saying.
Shout my brother
okay. From what I've been seeing, these are my 2 Super Bowl picks. These are my 2 participants in the Super Bowl. I picked both of them to win their divisions and their conferences. So today, this is very interesting to see both these guys. You know, they're pretty healthy. Tyreek Hill's going to play today. I'm going to keep it short. Give me Dallas today to break their streak, to get back on track. I think it's a close game. I think both teams are going to show you a little bit more than what a lot of people thought they had in them. I think it's going to be tough, but I think Dallas goes into Miami and pulls this out.
Okay, so this is
give me 27-24.
Okay.
That's fair. It's an interesting game here. You got 2 high-flying teams. They fly all over the field. Both teams have issues beating good teams, although in more recent memory, Dallas has kind of solved that conundrum. And Miami, however, has actually gone the opposite way in terms of losing to a quote-unquote bad team. So a couple of things here. Miami at home in a 4 o'clock tilt. I think the issue for Dallas here is that they're playing a team whose offense, contrary to popular belief, is predicated on the ground game. I got my Mike McDonald's on. That's my second favorite coach in the league. I like Mike McDonald. Mike McDonald has a running approach to setting up his pass and play action. It's imperative that the ball gets out of to his hands. I think the Miami Dolphins have to establish the run early to keep Dallas out of pass rushing situations. If they can do that and get some play action out of their run, I think this is a game where they run away from the Cowboys. But if the Cowboys can stop the run on the way to the pass and make Miami pass the ball consistently, if you're having Tua throw the ball, I want to say if Tua's throwing the ball 30 plus times, that's a good sign for the Cowboys because it gives their pass rushers an opportunity to get to him. And I want the Cowboys to get Tua off his first read. If you get Tua off his first read, that means he's spending more time in the pocket and thus also allowing the pass rushers to get to Tua. You get to Tua because the thought process is not necessarily stopping Tyreek Hill. You got to get to Tua. They have the requisite weapons to do that, but it's an opposing sort of mentality that the Miami Dolphins have that may make it problematic for the Cowboys to achieve that goal. I said that the Cowboys would stumble down the stretch. I think this is one of the games that they stumble on. Give me the Dolphins in a very tight game. I think it's a tight game. I think the Dolphins win this game to the tune of 28, maybe the 20, 28, 24, 28, 27, along those lines. It is a one-score game. It is an entertaining game. I think there's going to be some turnovers in this game. Dak has to protect the ball. If Dak does not protect the ball, it could be a runaway. If Dak protects the ball, he gives the Cowboys a chance to win this game, especially on the road. The Cowboys haven't fared well on the road except for that game in Philadelphia, but there were other motivating factors in that game. This is a non-divisional, non-conference opponent. Do they have those same motivations going to Miami? We're going to see. Give me the Dolphins 20 give me the Dolphins 28-24. 28-24.
All right. So there's a couple factors here, right? Cowboys, we have two very important offensive linemen that are not playing today. One Tyron Smith and one Zach
Did not
Martin.
know that.
The two best linemen on our team, right?
Yeah, I was
So
about
with
to say
that being
that's
said,
significant.
with that being said, I think Dak is going to get put on his pamper a few times, right? But with that being said, also I think our defensive line steps up. I think we do a good job in managing the run on run defense. Um, and I think because of that, we're gonna make Tua throw the ball. We're gonna pin our ears back, and I think we're gonna get to him. Also, watch for Michael Parsons to move around a little bit and not just be on a D line today. Um, I think the Cowboys pull it out in a tough one, 33-31, Dallas.
Book it. Let's book it.
I,
And then the Sunday night tilt. We got the tilt tonight. We got anything you want to add, Fresh? Anything you want to add to that?
I did not know that your two top linemen was not playing tonight, man. That might change some shit around.
That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for, good brother.
That is very significant, man. I'm gonna stick with Dallas because I said Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Sure. You can bail. You can bail.
Shit. Yeah. Well, it don't really matter, man. Both the teams I pick on being both these teams I pick on being the Super Bowl anyway, so it don't really matter. You ain't got to argue on either side. I'm going with Dallas. Fuck, I think they'll still pull it out.
We'll address that later. We'll address that later. In the next game in the Sunday night tilt, we got New England traveling to Denver. The line is 36.5. Denver, it opens as a -7. Listen, I ain't gonna make this long. I think Denver wins this game. I think Denver wins fairly easily. I think Denver wins this game 23 to 9, something like that, 23-9. Give me Denver. I got Denver.
First of all, I'm a little annoyed that this game wasn't moved out of the Sunday night spot. Let's start there because I don't know why this would be Sunday night game ever.
Yeah, how about that?
But that's another story. So I'm gonna go with Denver, and I'm gonna go with some weird shit like fucking 19-7 or some dumb shit.
I ain't even gonna lie, man.
We got tomfoolery in this game.
It's
tomfoolery.
Bunch of bullshit,
man. You know, tomfoolery abound. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna. Bill Belichick, man. I've been hearing rumors that he is gonna be the next coach of the San Diego Superchargers, and I'm like, if they already saying he's already there, I'm telling you that he's already mentally halfway checked out in New England, and it really shows to me. The team sucks. Fucking team
Bad.
Checked
sucks,
out.
man. Man,
Bad.
they cheeks, bruh. They fucking ass, man. They suck. And he is responsible. His name and his fingerprints are all over the shit. You pick the players, you run the shitty ass plays, and the shitty ass players, you run the shitty ass plays, come up with a shitty ass outcome. I do not see them putting up any more than about 6 points. Give me Russ and them. Give me, I mean, not too many points. I don't want to give them. Give me Russ and them to the tune of about 20 to something funny, man. 20-5. 20-5. A field goal and a safety. 20-5.
Why not?
20-5, man.
I can dig it.
Denver.
So listen, here we get to the Monday tilt, man. We got the Christmas Day games. And the 1 o'clock tilt, the first game of the day, we got the Vegas Raiders traveling to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. Chiefs got to get some good mojo going here, man. The line is 40.5. The Chiefs open as a minus 10.5. Give me the Chiefs in this one. Chiefs got to get rolling, man. They got to get rolling. This is a division game at the end of the year where a division opponent can play spoiler. I think the Raiders will do that. They were going to make it extremely hard for the Chiefs. Chiefs pull this one out, but don't be surprised, man. Don't listen. You ain't got to twist my arm if the Raiders pull one of them things and they win this game. But give me the Chiefs. I'll take the Chiefs. I don't like division rivals at the end of the year playing spoiler because 9 times out of 10, with the way that the Chiefs is looking, it opens the door for the Raiders to be able to do that. Give me the Chiefs, but keep your eye on this game. As everybody in the world will, it's Christmas Day. Everybody and their mom will be watching this game. Literally everybody and their mom. Give me the Chiefs to the tune of 23-17. 23-17 Chiefs.
I like Vegas for the upset. What I've been seeing coming out of Missouri is not a good look. I've been seeing a lot of implosion. I've been seeing a lot of bullshit going on the side. Like it's just not. Yeah, tomfoolery. It's just not. It's not what they're. It's not what they do, but it's what they're doing. So.
Not Chiefs football.
It's not, man. I mean, maybe it is. It is now, apparently. You know what I'm saying? But it's not what we're used to seeing them do. But I think it's. I think this is the new Chiefs football. You know what I'm saying? To me, I think they're just going the wrong way, man. And I think they're going to continue to go the wrong way. I'd like Vegas to come in. I like Devontae to do a couple things to them. I'm going to go with Vegas, and I'm going to go 31-21 Vegas.
Well,
wait. Let me ask something before you go first. Aren't the Raiders coming off of that 100-point game?
They are.
Okay. I just wanted to make. I just wanted.
Yep.
I just wanted to make sure. Proceed.
Mm-hmm. The Raiders nation, man, they're a very proud nation, but they are not a very successful football team. I do not see this game going anyway like you guys see it going, man. One thing that I think will play well for the Chiefs today, you do not have to worry about any bunglehead plays from Kadarius Toney because he's hurt. He will not be playing today. He got a fucked up hip. So I think there will be literally and figuratively a lot more focus and discipline and just generally better offense played by the Kansas City Chiefs today. I think the Raiders shot their whole load, man. I didn't even know they had that in them last week. And to have 63 points last week, I do not see them coming anywhere near replicating any of that. I don't see them getting a third of those points. I see them getting around maybe 10 points and give Patty Mahomes, Rashee Rice, who is coming on, Travis Kelce, who has been, I think, a little disturbed, a little distracted.
He's been underwhelming.
To say the least. I think they get focused today.
All those things apply.
To say the least. But I think they get focused today without having to worry about Kadarius Toney out there on the field. I think that plays significantly. Give me the Chiefs 30. Las Vegas Raiders 10.
I can dig it.
Solid.
And to close out week 16, we got a titicular tilt. Ooh, well, let me not say that.
It's two more, ain't it?
Listen,
Yeah, it's
It's
two
two games.
more,
We got two
but
more
it's
games.
two
We got
more,
two
but
more.
it's one more.
Now, it's two more, but it's one more. No, not really. I'm not gonna say that. Let's address this next game because it has a huge importance. The New York Giants travel to Philadelphia to play the Eagles. The line is 43.5. The Eagles open a minus 13.5. Another late season divisional game. Now, let us not ignore the fact that one team is coming in stumbling. A lot of chatter about now guys aren't as much of a leader as they're thought to be. The offense looks predictable in terms of, these are all some of the things that I said in the beginning of the season that at some point, the loss of multiple coordinators and the fact that you can't possibly play as well as you played last year, this year. Last year was your ceiling. This right here is more the first floor. This is who you are. This is more who you are. There's more tape on you now. Teams are learning. There's a blueprint. You know what this league is. This league is a copycat league. There's a blueprint on how to defend you. There is a blueprint on how to approach this game. Even with that being said, I'm going to take the Eagles today. I'm going to take the Eagles today in a bounce back game. The Eagles are going to get, in my previous pick of Miami beating the Cowboys, going to be even further motivation for the Eagles to come out on Christmas Day in prime time and get this victory in convincing fashion. I'm going to go with the Eagles. This particular game here, I think they get back to a little domination. But I'll say because I think that they do get clipped by the Giants later on in the season because they got the Giants twice. But tomorrow, I think the Giants take one on the chin real bad. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, Big Blue. Prove me wrong. My score, they get right on this one. 31-17.
Yeah, that seemed like that's the get right number, 31-17. I think the Giants have been a very poor matchup for the Eagles these last couple years. They have been putting the smack down, dominating the Giants the last couple years, just off of just showing up and lining up. Nothing fancy, just our guys are better than your guys. And I think right about now,
Better
that's
than you. We're
exactly
just
what
better
the
than you, man.
yeah, which is better than you. I think that's exactly what the Eagles need right about now. A little shot at the New York Giants in their life. You know what I'm saying? The Eagles are at home. The Eagles are at home. They're looking some wounds. Some people have been saying some things about them, like you said, man. But I think the one of the best things you can have on your menu to get right and to settle up, at least for the Eagles, is a team like the Giants. Because really, to me, the Giants don't threaten the things that really hurt the Eagles. They can't really threaten you with the pass. Tommy DeVito is going to play valiantly, but he's not going to play very successfully from the pocket and throwing the ball. And those wide receivers have underwhelmed for a while now, and it's not just all their fault. It comes really to me from the quarterback play. So they're not going to be able to really take advantage of where I see is the glaring weakness on the Eagles defense, and that's that defensive secondary. So with that being said, I think the Eagles they're going to get a lot of chances to run the ball, pass the ball, run the ball, pass the ball. They will just possess the ball. I think they will just continue to possess the ball. And at a certain point, it may just get away from the Giants. And I think after that, it's like, okay, the Eagles are feeling themselves again. Hey, we walking again. We flying high again because they ain't been flying that high. Like you said, there's been some things coming out of Philly that I didn't like to hear. And that was one of the reasons why I didn't pick them as my Super Bowl pick this year. But I am picking them as my pick tomorrow night over the Giants to the tune of, give me 33 Eagles, 13 Giants.
Yeah, I'm seeing AJ Brown turning the Twitter fingers about, and when you start addressing random fan tweets, it's something going on. You bothered. You bothered when you start addressing random fan tweets. You bothered. You're responding to quote unquote chatter in the background. Everything has your attention, but the writing. They got to get back to
So
some good football, man. Because
go ahead, Phil.
yeah, they got to get back to some good football, my man. They got to get back to some good football.
All right, so I want to make sure everybody's listening to me, right? I want this to be heard loud and clear. I'm about to drink, but I haven't started drinking yet, so I'm not drunk. What I'm about to say, right? Listen closely. All year, I've been saying, damn, the Eagles, man, they just keep getting it done. They keep getting it done, and they've been finding ways to win, as the saying goes, right? Because a lot of games they should have lost, but they found a way to win, right? So now I'm wondering, were they finding a way to win, or did the other team just say fuck it and the other team lost the game? The Eagles' offense is
This
pedestrian,
is
bro. It is pedestrian. And what's not being talked about enough is the fact that Jalen Hurts is a human turnover. He's a human
Mm.
turnover, and nobody's been talking about that. He
Mm.
throws picks, he fumbles the ball, he gives the ball up. He does, right?
Mm.
So here's where I'm going with this.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I agree with what you said, Fresh. Um, the Giants don't threaten you, right? On offense. They, besides Saquon, who do they have on offense, right? But what I will say is the Eagles don't scare me on offense either. And I think that Mr. Jalen Hurts
oh,
he makes a couple key turnovers, and I think Danny DeVito has a game where he's managing well and he doesn't turn the ball over. And here it comes. I like the New York Football Giants, 24-17. Book it, Dano. Yeah, one more. There we go.
Hold on.
Let me say again. I haven't started drinking yet, so I'm talking with this is of sound mind and body.
You got to know when to hold
Oh shit!
Gambler,
know when to
the
walk
gambler,
and know when to run.
the
Book it.
gambler.
Bruh, I ain't necessarily mad at you for you probably outside of anybody in the New York tri-state area, you probably the only person I've heard pick the New York Giants.
Did I
I
say
ain't
anything
mad at you
wrong?
picking.
Did I say anything wrong though? It's a
Listen,
human turnover.
listen. No,
That was cogent analysis,
listen.
bro. Cogent analysis.
I'm not. I wouldn't be shocked. This once again. What did I fresh? What did I say? Late divisional opponent, playing spoiler, team reeling. It has all of the characteristics of one of them things.
It's a lot of shit
I'm
going on
going.
in Philly,
Listen, I'm
bro.
going with my a lot more than we think. Proceed fresh, and then
Yeah.
we'll move on.
It's- man,
I'm going with my brain. I'm not going with my gut. I'm going with my brain. My brain says 31-17. My gut is trying to jump out my starter and scream something else. But I'm gonna go ahead and you know.
well, my brain and my gut is pretty much telling me it'd probably be like 14-10 Eagles at halftime, but that'd be all that. Now I call him Tommy DeVito, because that's all they gonna be able to muster up. They might have another field goal left in them, but I think things might get off the rails in the second half. I think the first half might be pretty touch and go, but I just don't think the Giants can outlast. But if there's any way they're gonna be in the game, it's exactly the way B Matt was telling you it's gonna be like, yo, turn the ball over. Tommy DeVito playing good enough ball, you know what I'm saying, keeping a minute. I can see that happening. I just don't see it happening. Yeah. Come on.
Moving on.
Tommy DeVito. You Tommy DeVito.
Now, welcome to the Coach P Bowl, and probably the second, probably depending on what team you're looking at, another huge titicular game. Both teams coming in at 11-3. This is the Coach P Bowl. These are my Super Bowl picks, right? Baltimore Ravens traveling to Santa Clara to play the San Francisco 49ers. The line is 46.5. The Niners open up as a -6. Talk to me. This is one of them ones. It's one of them ones. Or is it?
This is
I
a
think
tough game.
Lamar's. Go ahead first.
This is a tough game, man. Neither one of these teams are one for the dance, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? They're not dancing around. They're in your face, bumping into you, punish you, probably punch you in the mouth. We kind of stand over there by the bar and we just nod our heads. You know, that's what we do. These two teams kind of exemplify those type of things, especially Baltimore. You know, there is no breakdancing in them. They are straight. Yeah, you know, this is how we do. To go cross country, to be under the spotlight, Christmas night, all eyes will be upon thee. It's going to be their toughest test of the season. And I'm not sure if the Baltimore Ravens will falter in this game. I actually think the Baltimore Ravens will come out and play pretty damn good. And Lamar Jackson, who people say I'm up and down with, I think he will play great. I think he will play great to the tune of 2 touchdowns throwing, probably two touchdowns on the ground. But I don't think it's going to be enough. I think Brock Purdy is the MVP this season. I think Christian McCaffrey and them, he's playing pretty goddamn good. Deebo Samuels, it looks like he's the heart and soul of that goddamn team. When he plays, everybody just plays to the umpteenth degree. He's a force multiplier himself. Kittle, pretty damn good. That defense, even though they lost Mufungo, that's his name if I ain't mistaken, the safety, they're still pretty damn good on defense. My guy, Fred Warner, good luck going over that middle, man. He lays the wood to you. And I think they play a pretty goddamn good game tonight. But I think they outlast Baltimore.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. I think they outlast them in an epic game. And I think Brock Purdy has the ball last. And I think they'll be down by 2. And I think he gets them into field goal range. And I think they win the game. 35. Baltimore. 32.
That's fair.
Listen, man.
That's fair.
I'm going to give you a little history on this one. Baltimore has won 5 out of the last 6 games against the Niners. This is a styles clash. Some of the against the Eagles will not work against Lamar. The Niners have a rush discipline that they showed against Jalen Hurts that unfortunately dealing with a newly revamped Baltimore Ravens team won't work against the Ravens. Also, defensive tactics that the Ravens employ won't work against the Niners. This is going to come down to guts, glory, will, determination. With that being said, Fresh, bring out the coin.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Bring out the coin. Straight like that.
Wowzer.
Straight. Bring out the coin.
Oh shit.
Give me the coin flip. Home. Heads is the Niners. Tails is the Ravens.
Can't hear you, Fresh.
Heads, bro. It's heads. Okay. Heads is home. Heads is home.
Friends, we got the home team. We got the Niners. We got my eventual Super Bowl pick, Super Bowl champion prevailing over the Ravens. I gave you some logic, but this game is so close. I had to go to the coin because I'm torn. Give me the Niners to the tune of and the best game of the week. Give me the Niners to the tune of 26, 23. 26-23. Niners prevail in this game. 26-23. Niners wrap up the division. Niners wrap up pretty much home field in the NFC. They got one more quote-unquote tough game to go before they get that bye and cruise into the playoffs. So shout out to Niner Nation. Shout out to Nino. I know you think the Niners going to win every game by 20 points. but that's not gonna happen today. The Niners week one out, man. Listen, it's 1 o'clock. We appreciate everybody rocking out with us, man.
Oh,
Hey,
whoa,
man,
whoa,
let
hold
me
on, good
tell you,
brother.
you can rock out with the boys.
Hold on, good brother. I didn't get to pick my pick, but good brother. Let me get my pick real quick. So
Proceed.
Baltimore, Baltimore's
My wrong. My bad.
Balt. No, it's all good. Baltimore, I like him, but Lamar is very wishy-washy. He's very inconsistent. With that being said, I think tomorrow night he has a phenomenal game. I think that he's going to take advantage of the Niners' rush defense by running the ball. He's going to slow them down. I think the run game opens up. Fresh and with you, I think he runs for 2. I think he also throws 2 to the old guy, ODB, the old dirty bastard, Odell Beckham. Look out for Odell Beckham. I like Baltimore in a high scoring affair, 41-35. Book it.
Book it.
Let's
Book
get
it.
this. Let's get to some
Hey,
football.
I would love to see that on Christmas Day. I would
Let's get to
love
some
to see that on
football.
Christmas Day. But listen, man, you're rocking with the best, man. Merry Christmas from the guys, man. Fresh, get us out of here.
Peace.